Alert! Alert! Missile lock detected.
What? Where? Where? Oh no. No. No, I need to get home. No, not now! What the... Hello everybody and welcome back to another 100 days video in the shared connected Fixxiverse. This time we are in 100 days Dinosaur Island edition. This mod pack is called Fixxitt412's Dinosaur Island, and it should be available on CurseForge by the time this video goes live. If not, I will have the link in my Discord, and you can join that down below. Hey, if you don't mind, hit the subscribe button. I am very close to a major milestone for the channel, and I would really love to get there before Christmas. Is that possible? Maybe. Hit subscribe, and hey, you know what? If you don't like it, you can unsubscribe later. No problem. One more tiny bit of advertising before the video starts. I started a brand new long-term 100 days series in a hardcore 1.18 world. Go check out, if you like the storytelling and you like the idea of a lore-based world, you are going to love that series. I will link that at the very top line of this description. Okay, anyway, enough of all the chatter. Let's get into it. Percy Baskin, Dinosaur Island, let's go. I woke up from my plane crash on some sort of island surrounded by the biggest beasts I've ever seen. Yeah, they're dinosaurs and they are all over the place. These things are fearsome. I looked around quickly to take stock of where I was. There were hardly any trees around, so I needed to get a little bit close to that giant Tyrannosaurus Rex and try to get some wood. And that is when I had my first dinosaur attack. Yeah, if they could do that to each other, these things are 13 tons. Imagine what they could do to little old me. Nope. I turned right around and got out of there. I need to figure out where the heck I am and what the heck I'm going to do. I made some wooden tools and a boat and I got away from those beasts. This is frightening. I have nothing. Everything I had with me sunk with my plane. First thing I need to do is get some shelter. I'll figure out everything else after that. I need to stay near shore. My boat is not exactly a super liner here. And then, of course, yeah, there's pterodactyls, I think. The flying dinosaurs. They could pluck me right out of this boat if they were hungry. Hopefully they ate a bunch of fish this morning. I need to get away from them, but I need to stay within visual distance of the shore because if I go out on the open ocean, who knows if I'll ever find land again. Oh boy. I hopped out of my boat and climbed up on shore. I need to get a good look around. These Triceratops seem friendly enough. None of them have shown any signs of aggression towards me, though they did surely go after that Tyrannosaurus Rex, so I need... What is that? Oh, nope. Back to the boat. I took my boat kind of around the bend of the island, and one of my immediate needs was met. I found some sheep and got enough wool to actually make a bed. Should be able to sleep through the night now. You know, look around this swamp. This isn't such a bad spot. It's kind of protected by water on all sides. Yeah, I don't know, maybe. I spent the day here on this little tiny swamp island looking around at everything and sort of taking stock of what I have. I broke all the grass hoping to get some seeds and actually did get a handful. I should be able to plant those soon. Yeah, I think this is going to be my new home until I can figure out how to get off this island. That is going to be a heck of a task, but for right now, I could put up maybe some walls and a roof. Yeah, okay, things are good. First thing I really need to do was clear out space around, because I'm going to need to build, and I'm going to want to have a little bit of a wall or something to keep myself protected. And to get that, I need to get some stone. So that means I need to do a little mine underground and start. Hopefully I can get some ore and some coal to help light up the night too. I was able to upgrade my tools to stone tools at least, which is kind of nice. And the other thing I need to do is I need to get rid of these trees, because honestly, I can't see very much. I want to have a lily pad bridge connecting my main island to this other tiny little island, and I need to get rid of all these trees. I mean, heck, getting all the wood and maybe even some apples to eat, that's an added bonus. But for right now, yeah, I just need to be able to see if any threats come at me. There are some things here. I'm calling them crocodiles in my own head. I understand that they're some sort of dinosaur or prehistoric version of a crocodile because they're freaking massive. But yeah, I'm going to definitely want a wall. These guys haven't attacked me, thankfully, yet. But if they did, I don't think that I would have any chance against them at all. These are huge. I would fit comfortably inside their mouth. I mean, not comfortably for me, but, comfortably for them. I learned 2 painful lessons this morning. 1, that crocodile can completely own me. It almost killed me in one shot. And 2, these walls mean nothing to them. It broke this wooden wall like it was absolutely nothing. Oh boy. Also, it killed my sheep too, but Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do about this. Honestly, my big plan here was to build a giant big oak wall, and it didn't even stand the test of like one tail swing. So Yeah. This is not great. Now, the good thing is I have a lot of apples because I've cut down all these trees and they are dropping quite a few, so I'm not going to starve, but yeah, I don't really have a game plan outside of, well, that. So I'm going to rebuild my wall and see if they don't see me, if they still come at the wall. Let's hope. By day 10, I decided I needed to get some diamonds, so I headed down into my mines, and I just started digging in a straight line. I found diamonds fairly quickly, actually, and I'm finding a lot of coal. I'm hopeful this stone will come in handy in my defense against the crocodile attacks. They are getting out of hand. I made 2 new tools today that are incredibly helpful. One, of course, is a diamond axe, and the other is this diamond hammer that is really, really cool. It does a 3x3 hole, and it's very fast. And yeah, I'm spending a lot of diamonds on it, but it's 5 diamonds for the hammer or 3 for a pickaxe, and it's way faster. So I should be able to find a lot more diamonds by using just a couple more diamonds, if that makes sense. So yeah, should be good. And after about the 7th time rebuilding my wall in only a few days, I have made the very difficult decision that it's time to go. This is not going to work here. These crocodiles, I can't stop them from breaking my wall. And yeah, they're going to break my wall, and then eventually they're going to break me. So we got to make a decision, and the decision is I got to go somewhere else. There was a crocodile about 6 feet away from me, so I had to run to my storage and get everything that I could carry and just get the heck out of there. It's so scary. I need to get off this island, but right now I just need to survive for a few days. I managed to climb up to the treetops and just take a look around. I need to see if there were any buildings, any structures, anything I could find that would help me out on my way. Then I saw something very strange. It was some sort of a camp. Someone has lived here. And I thought, well, if it's safe enough for someone else to have lived here, I can too. So I found a little place and I started digging straight down. I need to have a mine right away. I have learned my lesson, and this base is going to be defensible. There was a little bit of daylight left, so I spent the day sort of covering up holes and making sure that no creepy critters or whatever can come out of a darkened cave area, and also cutting down the trees around where I decided that I'm going to live. Again, I want to have sight lines. If a dinosaur is coming for me, I want to see it before it's right on top. So yeah, we got a lot of work to do around this area, but this should be a good place to call temporary home. The next morning, I immediately started working on my house. I am done sleeping out in the open. If a dinosaur came up in the middle of the night, I would just be a small midnight snack and they would just continue on their way. No thanks. No thank you. Somehow I managed to build the walls up of my house in a single day. I came outside and looked around. This is not defensible at all. Dinosaurs could come up from any angle, and I know for a fact that they can break wood. Now, I don't know if they can break cobblestone, but yeah, this is not a great place to live at the moment. I can make it better, but I need time. I need to cut down these trees. I need to get rid of some of this water. I need to make some sort of wall or something that I can be somewhat secure behind so that I can figure out how the heck I'm going to get off this island. Right now, I'm just worried about surviving and eating something that's not an apple. But that all being said, I do want to progress some. There are some machines that I can make that are really going to help me out, and some of them require glass. So I found some sand down by the ocean and came out here. Yeah, I have no armor. I have nothing to protect me. If a dinosaur comes up on me, I will probably be dead. But I came out here in the middle of the day, snuck very quickly to get some sand, and I'm going to get home before I'm dead. Dusk was settling in, but I wanted to check out the work I did on the road, and yeah, it looks really good. It's not the smoothest road ever, but with a little bit of landscaping, and yeah, I don't want to get too close to these Triceratops. I don't know exactly what their deal is, but, you know, they haven't attacked me yet, so all seems okay. Yeah, this is pretty good. These green dinosaurs are weird. I don't know what they're called, but, you know, a couple have chased me, so I don't know. I'm just staying away, right? I don't want to get too close to those. I trust the Triceratops for some reason a little bit more. Seem like gentle, scary, terrible beasts. I was mining and this happened. Yeah, a zombie, a freaking zombie. I thought for sure this island only had dinosaurs, but yeah, the same zombies that chased me in my last place. They're here again. This is not good at all. Well, speaking of things that aren't good, though, falling would be not good. So I decided to take some water, put it down at the bottom of my mine. That way, if I do fall off the ladder, and who knows, maybe I'll get courageous enough to actually jump. But, you know, if I want to, I can jump down to the water and should be okay. And getting down should be nice and quick. Getting up is going to take a while. I needed to come up with some way that dinosaurs aren't going to trample my crops. I really can't think of a way around it. They might eat it, but even if they just step on it, that's going to do major damage. So, yeah, I went with an underground farm. Not incredibly creative on my part, but you know what? It should do the job, and thanks to this torchlight, somehow lets them grow, and hopefully we'll let them grow fairly quickly because, yeah, I'm kind of overeating apples. But yeah, the underground farm, it doesn't look great. It works pretty well. I was able to make some of these very cool marble pillars coming down. I can't imagine any other use for marble, so why not decorate my farm with marble? That's what the ancient Romans would have done probably, right? Yeah, maybe. And I got on a little bit of a decorating kick where I found a recipe where I can make these awesome dirt sort of blocks. I don't know what they even are, but they look really cool and they're just made out of dirt. So that's just awesome. I was back down mining and I found the weirdest thing. I found a book sort of buried within bones. I don't know. I can't even really explain this, but between the zombies and a book now, the abandoned camp, there were definitely people, maybe up until even recently in this area. Were they studying the dinosaurs? Were they making the dinosaurs? What's going on here? But it's about time to make some more machines, and one of the things that I need to do that is I need something called Grains of Infinity. Now, I know for a fact that you can get that by lighting bedrock on fire, so I took some flint and steel, traveled down to the bottoms of my mine, dug down even a little bit further, found some bedrock, and let it just do its magic. It's a pretty cool mechanic here to get this. I like it. It's a little bit of a pain, but yeah, it's pretty cool. And by day 30, I have made my first real machine. I decided I want power, and to get real power, I think I'm going to try the magmatic dynamo. That runs on just lava and nothing else, and I do have some lava underground in my mines that I can bucket up. It's going to be kind of a pain, no real way to automate it, but I can. Beside my alloy smelter, I put a survivalist generator that just basically runs on coal. The cool thing about the survivalist generator is it runs very, very slowly, but it makes your coal last a very long time. And I have some coal, but I don't have tons, so that seems like a good trade-off for now. And just like that, I am able to make a sag mill. Now, this is also going to be cool, and again, I'm just going to run on my survivalist generator right now, but I'm on the quest for Invar and for doubling my ores, and this is actually going to help for both. You get 2 iron and 1 nickel. That's going to give you 3 Invar ingots. But if you use dust, it does the same thing, and you get 2 dust from 1 ore. So it's basically ore doubling with the sag mill, and that's really cool. However, it is very, very slow. I really need more power soon. That being said, if I'm going to build more power, I need a place to put it, and I guess the basement makes the most sense. Look, I'll be honest, I was thinking about building a separate building out there, but with the way the dinosaurs can break blocks and things like that, I think maybe having my stuff underground is probably the safest route. I really, really don't want dinosaurs to break my machines. If they break my wall, that's a pain. If they break my machines, that's crippling my chances to escape this island. Look, my entire purpose right now is to get enough technology that I can build a plane so I can get out of here. That's my entire goal. So if dinosaurs are constantly breaking my stuff, that's not going to help. So I need to keep my tech safe. And with the basement done, I decorated a little bit using some of these cobblestone tile blocks. They just look really cool. Very cool for a ceiling. It almost reminds me of those old office drop-down tiles. And yeah, I don't know. It's a cool look anyway. So the point is, once I have this room sort of outfitted now, I can start putting down some dynamos. I haven't yet decided which dynamos I'm going to do. Do I want to stick with all magnetic dynamos, or do I want to go a different route? Lots of options. But with any of my real options, I need quartz. So I built a nether portal and I went in the nether, and it's unbelievable. I spawned basically touching a portal. Truly, I can't even wrap my head around how lucky this is. Oh, check this out. On the other side of these magma slimes, there's some draconian ore. I'm not even sure what exactly I'm going to use this for, but it can make some incredibly powerful machines. So I'm very excited to have some at my disposal. Very, very cool. Another thing I'm going to need in my farm here is some sugarcane, so I went out to some of these sort of tiny little surrounding islands around the main island here and found some sugarcane. It wasn't too far and I didn't get attacked. Yeah, I'm starting to feel kind of at ease living with these dinosaurs. I really feel like nothing bad could possibly happen to me at this point. Nothing bad at all. I need leather for books, and I thought, hey, I'll just take down one of these easy, peaceful dinosaurs. That dude knocked me so far in the air, I came down with about half a heart left. Holy cow. Holy cow. After that incredibly close brush with death I had, I decided to change up my power generation ideas. I was kind of at home recovering from the attack, and I thought I should use steam instead. I actually have a way to get a lot of oak or any other wood, really, and so I can burn that in charcoal and use that with some water to make steam, and it should be limitless power, I think. The next thing I had to do was figure out how to actually get water into these machines. So I think I know how I can get coal in and eventually charcoal, but Water is a little bit more confusing. So I made something called a liquid transfer node, and I think I can hook that up, but it's a little confusing. I might have figured out what is going on. I can't get any water to come out of my liquid transfer pipe, but I think what I need grid power, and that is a little confusing. So I had to make a machine called a resonator, and with the resonator I can use polished stone and turn that into... It's a lot of crafting, but once I get it all done, I can make a water mill, and that water mill is going to give me grid power all the time, and that is what I'm after. Until I can actually make a water mill, I have to actually manually do it with this little lever redstone thing, and that'll give me just a little bit of grid power, enough to make one singular upgrade, which is what I need, along with this golden pickaxe, and that way I can get a mining upgrade. This should work. And once I put it in, boom, water in all 4 of my steam dynamos. Fantastic. That's one problem solved. Lots and lots more problems to go. I spent the day harvesting some clay and just kept thinking about my son, Bobby. You know, it's going to be 59 days until his birthday. He's going to be 7 years old. I can hardly even believe it. I vowed today that I am going to get off this island and be there for his birthday. I just need to get my stuff in order and move. If I want to get off this island, the first thing I need to do is build an airplane. And to do that, I'm going to need a computer. And to do that, I need more power. And to do that, I need a constant source of charcoal for my steam dynamos, but I have an idea. That's why I went and got clay yesterday. I made 4 bonsai hopper things. I don't really know what they are, but basically what I do is I put dirt in all of these and then put a sapling on top of that, and the sapling grows very quickly and will automatically harvest logs, sticks, saplings, leaf, and apples. All of these things are really good for me, except for the sticks. I don't really need those. Seriously, look at these things grow. It is awesome. It's basically a free source of logs, which I can now smelt down and turn into charcoal. I just need to get sort of the piping network all set up, and yeah, that's going to be a big headache, but I can do it. Yeah, and as I was looking at the recipes for different sort of transfer nodes and things, I'm going to need ender pearls, and probably quite a few of them. So to get that, I need a drop of evil from a wither skeleton. So it's time to go hunting, and yeah, it's pretty scary given my level of absolute crap gear. I killed so many wither skeletons before finally, oh my goodness, finally, I got the drop of evil and I didn't die. Those are 2 absolutely amazing things, and I am super ecstatic. It's time to get the heck out of this place. And oh yes, using some of that draconian ore I got, I built my little mob spawning room, and I put the grinder right at the front of it. The one thing I don't really remember is which way this grinder needs to face, and I don't want it to be facing the wrong way, because once I get this drop of evil in there, the cursed earth is going to spread like crazy, and yeah, I want no part of those superpowered mobs, so I had an idea. So I took my grinder over to one of these dinosaurs that so owned me a couple days ago, and I tried to just put in some coal, but yeah, it didn't work. It doesn't take coal, so I guess it only takes some sort of power. So I still want to test this, and I have a couple ideas on how to do that. Remember the magmatic dynamo that I made that I ended up not needing at all? Yeah, this is going to work. So I have this, but it has energy in it, but it doesn't seem to transfer it over. So I might need to go get a bucket of lava. I'm not really sure what's going on here, but yeah, I went down to my mine to grab some lava. I need a conduit as well, I think, to hook this thing all up. It's so confusing. The grinder says it has full power, but whenever I plug it in, I don't know. It's confusing, but check this out. Okay, I put lava in, and all of a sudden the thing started spinning around, and yeah, I don't know which way to face it, so I just kind of kept turning it this way and then like that way, and seeing the energy buffer was moving slightly, so I think it's working, but man, this dinosaur is not dying. And then finally, it happened. It worked. So the grinder, so I need to have the fan thing facing away. Yeah, it works. I got some ink and I got all the other things I need to actually get this thing all ready to go. I just got to drop coal in. The grinder is hooked up. My alloy smelter is hooked up. The furnaces are not hooked up. So that's going to be the next task that I have to worry about. The scary thing about putting this cursed earth down is it will spread to any grass or dirt around. So that's why I put a cobblestone border, and I think I have everything protected. But yeah, well, let's find out. So at the second that this goes, enhanced extra strong mobs will spawn like crazy. This should be a huge source of like bones, ender pearls, arrows, anything I could possibly need from regular mobs. I'm hoping the dinosaurs won't spawn, but I'm not really sure. Look at that dude. I made a machine called a vacuum chest. This thing is pretty awesome. It was a little complicated to make, but once I finally got it all figured out, I made there's a problem with it though that I was not aware of. I broke a piece of the floor and dropped it right in there, and it filled up with items. Sweet. Totally working, right? Well, yeah, not so much. Several days passed between putting down the vacuum chest and finally figuring out what's going on. The vacuum chest emits light. That's a very strange thing for it to do, but it does, and that prevents mob spawning. So it works great. It picks up the stuff, but it doesn't pick up stuff through solid blocks. So yeah, I replaced it with a vacuumlator, which actually does pick up stuff through solid blocks and actually works great. Yeah, it's perfect. The next problem I have is getting items out of the vacuumator. The transfer node that I put on there is just incredibly slow. So I can add some speed upgrades. The problem is speed upgrades take grid power. So to make grid power, I need those water mills. You know, I started making them a while back, and I never really finished it. So yeah, good thing. Water mills are pretty great. They'll generate up to 4 grid power per side of the block as long as you have flowing water going in. Easy enough. I actually had extra materials set up, so I went ahead and made a second water mill. Yeah, extra grid power can't hurt. It's already day 60. I got to get out of here. And now with the speed upgrades done, I'm ready to put them in. And I believe if everything goes as I hope it will, I should have basically unlimited gunpowder. Things should be flowing right on out of here. But they're not. Oh yeah, the machine isn't configured properly. That's right. There we go. And oh yeah, look at it unload. I set up all these storage drawers and I am rolling in gunpowder. This is going to be the key to my survival. Look, I need to get outside of my little house here and start really working on the base if I want to escape. And yeah, I want a weapon. And now that I have a decent amount of iron from mining and I have now lots and lots of gunpowder, I can make a workstation. And with that workstation, look at what I can make. Oh yeah. I had used a ton of my iron in making all the energy and things machines downstairs, so I had to go mine more. But now, finally, it is time. Let's go try out my new weapon. Yeah, my gun didn't do anything to the dinosaurs. I think they're just too big or whatever, I don't know. So I decided to take my gun instead to the nether because I want to get a bunch of blaze rods. I have a project in mind for the future that's going to be very valuable, and yeah, maybe my gun's a little bit more able to handle these smaller enemies. Yeah, cool. After a very, very long time of searching, I found a blaze spawner that was completely enclosed so they can't just fly away, and so I can harvest the blaze rods a little easier. My gun's working great for this, but unfortunately to get the stuff, I still have to kind of go up there every once in a while and get it. But I did so without really any issues. So yeah, not terrible, and I have a good amount of blaze rods, so I can eventually make fuel. That's a good thing. Oh my goodness, I finally have a proper house with a roof and everything. Feels good. I mean, look, I don't plan on staying here for very much longer. I need to get back to my son, but for right now, hey, I have a roof over my head and I'm happy. I have a small problem though with my mob farm. I did not think about this, but skeletons drop a lot of bows and armor, so I made a trash can and set it as the last priority. That way, everything that doesn't have a storage drawer goes straight in the trash. I might lose a couple valuable things, but honestly, right now, I really only have this for gunpowder. Everything else is kind of sugar on top, icing on top. What? Icing on top of the cake. That's it. But things weren't always going to be so peaceful. I was out harvesting some things and I noticed a big problem. The dinosaurs are getting aggressive. They're starting to break blocks all over. Now, they have not yet broken into my house, but what the heck? That dude just out of the blue attacked me. It took a long time, but I finally killed him. But look what happened. Now, thank goodness, and I don't understand why, but mobs didn't spawn and overrun my entire base. Maybe enough light got in that they didn't spawn, but I am very, very lucky. None of my machines or chests were destroyed, and no terribly dangerous mobs escaped. This could have been terrible. I need to deal with this dinosaur menace. I decided after that, it was time for some sweet, sweet revenge. I used a lot of materials and I made a grenade launcher and a lot of grenades. My bloodlust was running high. It was time to pay these guys back. Okay, so these things are just unkillable completely. I hit that thing with about 10 grenades and it just looked at me. I mean, honestly, Anyway, so moving on to plan 2, we're going to build a wall of obsidian. If you can't beat them, keep them out at least. I discovered something about my gun. It has full automatic mode, and it can own these. Yeah, I chewed through a lot of ammunition, but you know what? With my mob farm, I have enough gunpowder now. Check this beast out.
Tend the garden with me. We have so many seeds to sow. When the harvest comes in, it will be time to share what we have grown. We were having the time of our lives when we started. Everything was groovy, but I'm noticing lately we've been half-hearted. West Side Story don't feel pretty anymore. Well, we spent the bulk of our days feeling free, like we were properly stoned, till you liked everything but the...
I spent days working on the landscaping outside and farming up yet more obsidian. I want to have a ton of it because I want to try to make a wall made out of pillars. Now, these dinosaurs are very big, so I think I don't need a complete wall. I think I could just make a system of pillars. I'm kind of remembering whenever you're trying to keep people from going out of a parking lot or going in, these little pillars that rise out of the ground, they're really dangerous because they're easy to miss and drive over. I'm not saying I did it. I'm just saying it could. So yeah, so I went with these cool looking obsidian pillars and I want to test it out and see if this will keep the dinosaurs from breaking through my walls. Hopefully it will. I hope. Well, yeah, okay, so the dinosaur fits right between those pillars, no problem. Alright, that's fine. I got more obsidian and fixed this stupid wall. Okay, I thought, now let's do it. So I lured a dinosaur back, another one, because I wanted to make sure that it can't just break the obsidian wall. I want to know for sure that I'm going to be safe. There's a problem though. Of course there is. Yeah, he just gonna stand right there in the corner, and I can't get a shot at him. I can't hit him with the club. Nothing. He's just gonna live there in the corner, and if I get too close to him, he's gonna kill me. That's fun. Fun stuff, dinosaurs. With only a couple more weeks until my son's birthday, I need to plan my exit strategy here. I have blaze rods, I have ender pearls. Those are the two components I need for fuel. I still need more materials to actually build a plane, but more than that, I need a computer to actually build it. Yeah, that's going to be a headache, but it's one that I need to get on. Alright, well, we're living in a dinosaur world. Let's go build a computer. I need to make a whole bunch of alloys, and that is going to take a while. So I spent the rest of my day building up some automated charcoal production. So the idea is I'm going to be taking oak logs out of these chests, putting it right in the furnaces, and then pulling the charcoal that is going to cook out and putting it right into my dynamos. This should give me enough power to power a computer, I think, forever. I mean, for at least the next couple weeks, which is really all I'm concerned with. There are actually better conduits that I could have used, but I already had these made and just went ahead and used them, and they're fine. They're fine. I'm getting power, I'm moving the logs around, but my big concern is running out of logs. You know, I could chew through a lot of these very quickly, so I grabbed a filter. That was my first attempt, and decided I'll just filter only oak logs. But then I thought, wait, these chests are going to fill up with sticks and leaves and apples and everything else. I need a better idea. The coolest thing about using these Ender IO conduits is they can occupy the same space. So the front of the furnaces here can have both RF energy and also items to be pulled out and put into the dynamos. That's a good start. But again, I'm a little worried about my production. I still need to look at this a little bit more. After literally a day or two of just fiddling with this, I finally got worked out exactly how I'm going to do this. For one thing, I need more production. So I added more chests, and that was easy. And then I also added storage drawers in the wall. So the idea is these extra utilities pipes go in order of how they hit. So I made sure to have the storage drawers first, and then after that, the furnaces. So the storage drawers will take the saplings, the leaves, the apples, and the sticks, leaving all of the oak logs to go into the furnaces. Should work out really well, I think. To make the first component of my computer, I need slime balls, and to get those, I need to find a swamp. Well, I can't remember where that swamp was, so I just kind of took a boat around and started driving. I saw this little village and came to see if there were any survivors here, and there were, for a little bit. These zombies are crazy, and look at them. They're all over the place. It was an intense night. The next day, I managed to find my old swamp base where I started here. Man, this is crazy. There are so many crocodiles, or whatever these are, alligator dinosaur things, and yeah, they are terrible. Leaving this was the best decision I've made since I came to this place. That being said, I need to wait until nighttime, get some slime balls, and get back. I need to get out of here. I struck out. No slimes at all, but I did manage to find a tar pit on my way back to my island. And yeah, after I dealt with that creeper that really was close to killing me, I managed to get 2 buckets of tar. I think I can use this. And finally, on day 90, I made my first computer part. It's a controller. It took a while to make, but once I have this done, I only need a couple more parts, and I should be able to craft my plane. Oh, look at this. Isn't it a beauty? Here I am, stuck on a primitive dinosaur island, and I have technology. The last thing I need to complete my computer is a disk drive. That's right, floppy disk. I made a 4K disk and I'm going to put it in the drive, and with that, I can dump everything I have. Well, not quite everything. It'll run out of space. It's only 4K, but I can put all my main crafting components in. I think it's about time to actually get busy. I actually need to make some red concrete for the next craft. It's kind of weird, but yeah, I need to make red concrete. So, well, it's not too bad. Drop in water and harvest it back up. With that red concrete, I made a workstation, and with the workstation, I can make vehicles. And they're pretty expensive. They take a lot of materials, and I have used most of everything I have to get this far. But the big thing that I can make, the big thing is I can make a plane. I was woefully short on materials to make this thing, and well, I need to go do a lot of harvesting. So it took me a couple days to gather just enough iron, 180 iron ingots. Yeah, it took a while, then I had to double it after that. But finally, we're ready. I could make an engine. You put the engine in the plane, you paint the plane whatever color you want. Yeah, I'm ready to craft this thing. I was ready to put my plane down on my little road runway thing that I have here and, well, not do anything because planes require gas and I don't have any of that. So, back to the workshop. After a whole lot more crafting and some more iron gathering, I have all the components I need to make fuel. Fuelium, I think it's called. So you need 2 of those guys and 1 of these guys, and then I got to pipe it all together. I gotta say, these pipes are incredibly confusing. I finally ended up getting it, but yeah, they're very tricky, and I think I need 2 pumps and lots of pipes, and you put the pumps on the other thing, and then they need redstone. It's a whole thing. But regardless, through a lot of trial and a lot of error, I finally got it all put together. Last thing I need to make is a drum and some fuel cans, and I should be ready to craft this fuelium. I put ender pearls in one with some coal, and I put a blaze rod in the other with some coal, and I should be ready to make this stuff. But there is some sort of problem. I know that I need levers to get a redstone signal to actually make the pumps work, but yet still it's not working. Glowstone. It requires glowstone. That works. So now I am finally making fuelium. I'm filling up my drum. Next thing I need to do is just make a regular gas can. I can fill up the gas can, fill up my plane, and I'm out of here. I'm going to make it. I'm going to make my son's birthday. Hallelujah. I took one last look around and I got in my plane. It's time to get out of here. It's time to go home. Well, we did it. 100 days on Dinosaur Island with Percy Baskin. He escaped. He headed back to his son. If you don't know my videos, you want to make sure to stay for the post-credit scene. This one in particular is extra adorable. I think you'll really enjoy it. Hey, I want to say a very special thank you to my supporters, my Patreons, and my YouTube members. I am so grateful for y'all and all the things that you do for me. Really, truly, it is it's an honor. And if you are new to the party, make sure you link your Discord, because I have a Discord chat in my Discord with all my supporters where I really hang there pretty much all the time. So it's a nice chance to get to really hang out. Hey, I mentioned my new series, my new 100-day based series in a vanilla 1.18 world. Please check that out if you haven't. The videos aren't doing incredibly great, but I think that they're really good quality, and I think that it's going to be really fun to stay in the same world for 10, 20, 30, 40 videos of 100 days each. So yeah, hang out there with me. It tells a story, so if you like the lore-based stuff, it is lore-based. It has a storyline, it has sort of a hero, and has kind of a concept that's going to be going on throughout each of the videos. videos to expand the world. Speaking of other series too, I want to do something that is very different for me here at the end of the video. I want to put in a little clip from my other series, Deceit SMP. I know it might not be everyone's thing, but if you trust me on anything, Deceit SMP is the best work I have ever done on YouTube. It's by far the best editing, the best storytelling and everything. So here's a little bit of a sneak peek of what you might expect on that series. And just like that, for the third week in a row, everyone takes off after our little opening meeting, and I just stood there at spawn. Because that's where I'm living. That's my home. I mean, you don't leave your own home after a party's over. We've only been here for really only a couple of total hours, and it has come so far.
Because you were a killer last season, Loony, and I thought I've heard you express that you wanted to be a good guy.
Yeah.
Although,
Oh, how to turn have table.
I came up with a plan, a brilliant plan. Let me tell you all about it. So I came up with the ultimate plan going forward. I finally thought of a way that definitely will protect me and stop anyone from even trying to kill me. Let me tell you all about it. What? Legundo? What? Get out of here. Cut. Everybody stop recording. Cut. Enough of this. Alexa, establish satellite link.
Satellite link established.
Alexa, call home.
Hi, buddy.
Hi, buddy. Was rain is gonna start to move.
It is?
Yeah,
I miss you so much.
I miss you so much too.
I'm coming home soon.
I can't wait to see you.
I can't wait to see you too. I'll see you soon, bud.